radio show is more important than any other mainstream media outlet that exists.
The Breakfast Club.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it.
Right the fuck out.
You think I'm gonna come here when this ain't hot?
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
Being here next to all of you guys, it's really big.
It's one of my favorite shows to do, just because y'all always keep it 100, y'all keep it real. But what better place than here?
I think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club and start with that if you want to shake it up.
Good morning, USA!
Yo, 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet, it's Thursday!
And guess who's bizarre?
Man.
Guess who's bizarre?
Man, I'm so happy to see her.
Jess hilarious, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
The wild card is here. Hi.
Good morning, Jessica Robin Moore.
Good morning.
You not no wild card, you the trump card. What's happening?
Oh, I like that. But Uno when the wild card defeats all. So,
Takes everything.
I'm
There
the
you
wild
go.
card. There you go.
Well, nice of you to come back.
Thank you. Y'all bearing gifts. Y'all must have really missed me.
Yeah, gave you a nice little, starter
Yeah,
pack.
thank you.
to
I
get
appreciate it.
your weekend right.
I appreciate that.
Looking very fresh, very festive, like you in the Aspens or something. Like you just came from skiing.
Look, don't play with me.
You know
Look at
what
my
I'm saying?
little boots. Remember, y'all know
got-
I always do the little kick.
You got the ski shades
Real
with
cute.
the ski hat.
With the Shirley.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York is very cold.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
had
but
prepare.
what is that warm? It's only halfway through. You only
It's still style. I
It's
still
still
gotta
stylish.
give stylish.
Okay, all right, right.
Yeah.
I want to know what's under that hat, though.
My natural twist. What's up? You coming for me because I ain't got no wig on?
I don't know. I'm
You
just
want all the
asking.
black women calling up here with natural twists? Don't play with me. All right.
I'm just asking.
What you want me to have a bob?
No, what if it get hot, though?
Then it's staying on.
Okay.
It's staying. I ain't taking this off.
All right.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Don't play with
I'm
me.
just asking.
Don't
I just
play with
wanna
me.
know. I missed you, though, Jessica.
I missed
Robin
y'all
Moore.
too. I missed
you as well.
Yes, I missed to see.
What you been
everything.
up to? I mean, you've been
I'm doing a
traveling,
lot.
you're on tour, you've been doing
Well,
everything.
since the writer's strike has been lifted, I've been filming. I filmed in LA. I filmed in Atlanta. I had to go to LA for some meetings. Things are starting to open back up. They're looking. All these networks are looking for shows and stuff now. So now production can move forward with a lot of things. And I'm like, okay, cool. I can't keep coming up here with y'all for free. Y'all got to put. Boom. There you go. Here we go.
Has Tubi called?
Why he do you like that?
You know,
why he do you
I'm
like
just
that?
asking.
Why he do you like that?
Actually, it's funny. I had a meeting with them.
That's
Actually,
right.
don't play with me.
Tubi popping. I
But
don't
I'ma
care
do
what
it
y'all say.
But yeah, we're gonna do it the right way. We're gonna purposely do a bad movie.
Yes.
And
Purposely do a
and
bad
make them
movie.
pay for it, and then boom.
Yes. I'm telling
That's smart.
you.
That's smart.
Tubi is very entertaining. I don't
is.
care what y'all
Yeah.
say.
It is. It
Y'all
is.
kiss my ass.
I put you on
You did.
because you was
absolutely
you
did.
was not messing with Tubi, yo. I had to put them on.
Why your face look like that?
I just didn't know what it was. And then all the stuff I saw from it was like terrible quality, but it was actually entertaining.
Is it entertaining because it's terrible quality or terrible acting, or is it entertaining? Why is
No,
it?
they be having some cool storylines sometimes.
They do.
Yeah.
Act like Claudia. Claudia got 2 movies on there. It's All I Want Is You and All I Want Is You Too. That she was the one that killed the little boy.
Yo, the girl.
And it was a little. He was like, I'm just a kid.
It was.
And
I
she
thought it was a
shot
girl.
him.
Wasn't it a girl?
And
It was
she didn't even have a
I'm
gun.
just a kid too.
It was just her finger. She did like this.
Was it?
And the
did.
fire came from her finger.
It was a
And she
real
killed
gun.
the little boy. I said, damn.
Was that a little girl? Was it a little girl?
That was probably in the first one.
Boy? Oh.
All
The
I
first
Want
one
Is
was a
You
girl?
Too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she's supposed to be shooting All I Want Is You 3.
Yo, stop
So
it.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's get the show cracking. Teslin Figaro will be joining us when we come back. We got front page news. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Jess Hilarious is here, our co-host.
Yep.
What up, Tiz?
What's going on, DJ Envy? What's going on, Jess? The Queen is back. So excited.
Hey.
And Charlamagne the God, of course. Uncle
He
Snacks.
says.
Let's jump into some quick sports right fast. The Chargers take on the Raiders tonight at 8:15 in Thursday Night Football. And Draymond Green, he's suspended indefinitely by the NBA.
I highly disagree with that suspension. I understand him being suspended, but indefinitely, no. Ja Morant didn't even get suspended indefinitely. They put a number on Ja Morant games. He was waving pistols a couple of times.
This happened a lot of times though.
Still, though, indefinitely?
Indefinitely?
Nah, not indefinitely.
And
That's
everybody
right after the choke, so they're trying to just slow it down. He
Yeah,
just choked Rudy Gobert a week
I
ago.
love Draymond Green. You
I love
need an
Draymond Green
enforcer.
too, and I know he didn't mean to like hit him. He meant to knock his ass out. That's what he meant to do. But yeah, obviously.
Now, Giannis, we got to congratulate him. He scored a franchise record 64 points last night. They beat the Pacers 140-126. And he was seen running into the Pacers locker room. That's because he wanted the game ball. Indiana Pacers took the game ball because one of their new players scored his first basket, so he wanted to go home with the ball. But Giannis said, nah, I
I thought
scored
his name was
64.
Giannis.
This is
Giannis.
Giannis.
It's Giannis.
Oh, I thought it was Giannis.
It's probably a nickname.
Probably
nickname.
Okay.
Yeah, so Giannis went and they believe he went and covered the ball. That's why everybody's seen him running into the locker room. Now, Tez, let's talk Hunter Biden.
Yes, there's so much that happened yesterday, guys. First, let's go over Hunter Biden. He showed up on Capitol Hill yesterday. He was not there to interview with House Republicans like they wanted him to. President Biden's son insisted on the gathering reporters and saying that he wants to only testify in a public meeting, not a private meeting. Hunter Biden said he is sick of them talking about him, asking where's Hunter Biden. Take a listen. I got more information on the other side.
For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They've ridiculed my struggle with addiction, they've belittled my recovery, and they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service. For 6 years, I have been the target of the unrelenting Trump attack machine shouting, "Where's Hunter?" Well, here's my answer. I am here.
Now, he went on to say that President Biden was not involved in any of his business. He talked about his battle with addiction. He took accountability on that. He talked about how his parents were there for him. He admitted he was irresponsible with his finances, but he said that is no reason for the impeachment inquiry. And we're going to cover that impeachment inquiry in the second hour, guys. But then he started naming names. Take a listen.
James Comer, Jim Jordan, Jason Smith, and their colleagues have distorted the facts by cherry-picking lines from a bank statement, manipulating texts I sent, editing the testimony of my friends and former business partners, and misstating personal information that was stolen from me. There is no fairness or decency in what these Republicans are doing. Here I am, Mr. Chairman, taking up your offer when you said we can bring these people in for depositions or committee hearings, whichever they choose. Well, I've chosen. I am here to testify at a public hearing today to answer any of the committee's legitimate questions. Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics, expose their baseless inquiry, or hear what I have to say.
Man, please. The Republicans know who they are, and they know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. This is payback. I know you niggas from way back.
That's right.
If you don't believe Trump is going to punish his political opposition, if you don't think he's not going to punish his critics, look no further than this Hunter Biden situation. Now, should Hunter Biden be locked up? Sure. But would he be locked up if if folks didn't have a political axe to grind? No. No.
I agree. Well, at least he did try to come fight for himself. I appreciate that. You know, I'm not a big fan of Hunter Biden, but he said, I'm tired of y'all talking about my name. I'm here. I'm choosing. Y'all come pull on up. So I think that was good. So
what
that
else he got to do? He ain't got nothing else to do but drugs and prostitutes.
Well, hey, that's well, it also, we're going to talk more about it, so make sure you guys tap back in a second hour because he did this, that's what prompted the impeach inquiry that also happened yesterday. And we're going to talk about that more in the second hour.
All right. And that is front page news. Thank you, Tez. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051.
And Jess Hilarious is back.
Jess Hilarious is back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Get it up.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Shakayla from Charleston, 843.
843, what's happening?
What's up, Shakayla? Get it off your chest.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. So I just wanted to chime in on the whole Draymond Green thing. I know that you guys were comparing him to John Moran, but what John Moran did was like off the court. Everything that Draymond did was on the court. The only incident that happened between Draymond that was off the court was the whole situation with Jordan Poole. But everything was in the public eye. He has to go.
Not an indefinite suspension, though. Give him 20 games, something like that. But indefinite?
Oh, come
I agree with her.
He punched a whole person in the face.
That man
and
deserved
the whole
it.
man out on the court.
We don't know what Jordan Poole said.
You don't know he deserved it or not.
We don't know what Jordan Poole said. I just know you ain't going to get punched in the face for no reason.
I mean, it definitely sounds crazy. They should have gave him some time, but he just did choke out Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
In defense of his teammate.
And then he just swung on so and so and
That was an accident.
Said he was flopping.
That's
a hard ass flop.
Jakayla, just know you're talking to two men who loves Draymond Green, so they're not gonna ever see it.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
But I agree with you. To be fair, ja Morant, that was off the court. And he just got to get into UFC, Draymond.
but one was a gun. Like Ja Morant was a gun.
Some sort of anger management classes, right?
Listen, everybody wished they had a Draymond Green on their side when a fight break out.
Absolutely.
I bet you that much.
Absolutely, but not on the court.
You need an enforcer. They'd have been bullying Steph Curry's little light-skinned ass if it wasn't for Draymond Green all these years, man.
Not on the court.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, how's it going? I'm super excited to call into guys. I gotta correct you though. It's Giannis. It's not Giannis. I'm from Milwaukee. Shout out to Milwaukee.
That's what I thought.
Shout out to the four.
I'm like, they always trying to.
G silent?
It's Giannis. I ain't never heard nobody say Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis. It's like Yannis.
Oh, so ain't no G?
It's spelled
the G is there, but I guess it's silent. Like lasagna.
Yeah, but it's pronounced like Giannis. Yeah.
Gotta take that off of there.
Take it off.
But I gotta shout you guys out because you guys always give shout outs to Milwaukee. I know Milwaukee is the first city to syndicate you guys. So
That's right.
Shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to the 414.
I'm just going to call him the Greek Freak. That's it.
Salute to everybody that listens to us on V100.7 in Milwaukee. First
shout to Milwaukee.
Radio station to ever syndicate the Breakfast Club. We
Absolutely.
love y'all.
Nice.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up!
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Pace. This is your brother Prince Creed from the 757/973 Jersey. Listen, let me get this off my chest because I couldn't wait for the Queen Jess to get in town.
Thank
you. Charlamagne. Peace, DJ Envy.
Peace, King.
But listen, Jess fits perfectly, right? I love all the special guests you have up there, right? From Breezy Baby, which I had the pleasure to interview her on my Swag in the Morning podcast.
Hey.
Queen Lauren. I love them all, right?
Right.
But let me tell you why Jess should be in that chair permanently. She promotes the Breakfast Club and her brand at the same time.
That's right.
On social media better than anybody I have seen up here. I know the sister is busy. That's good. But the cross-market, bringing these young folks and all this other generation to the Breakfast Club, not only in the morning, but even on the after with the YouTube. So I'm going to vote for Jess. If y'all put a poll up right now, I'm going to vote for Jess. I love all the other guests. They're amazing, but that funniness and that witty, she brings that spice.
Jess ain't got no
real
time
quick,
for
Charlamagne.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong when you're right.
Charlamagne.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, family. Charlamagne, real quick. That indefinite suspension on Draymond Green is only for a brother to get his mental health stable. Because I think there's a little disconnection and brother need a mental health break. So they gave that indefinite, meaning that if once he reached certain conditions and he's really ready to come back, he can come back. They didn't want to put a game stamp on that. So I just want to clear that, which that's what I was hearing through the media and stuff like that. So they really want him to get his mental health together, and that's all I want to say. Y'all keep up the good work. I love you guys.
I appreciate you. I love you too.
All right, Prince.
No doubt, family. Peace.
Why they ain't do it after Draymond punched somebody, though? That would make more sense.
Well,
everything else
they're
is
looking at this like a punch, though.
But everything else is in the act of basketball. Like, it's not like he just wilding for no reason. He put the dude in the chokehold because him and his...
That was an act of basketball?
Yes, because him and his player, they was getting into it. So he was defending Klay Thompson. Last night, or whatever night it was, that was an accident. When he swung around and hit dude flopped. Like, let's not act like Draymond hit him so hard, yo.
What?
He ain't hit him that hard.
Hit him like he was jostling. Like, what are you talking about? He jostling around with the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, Draymond said he was flopping, right? He said he was flopping. He said he was being extra because he wanted the call. Right? That's what he said.
That's what it looked like to me.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Jess?
We got rumors. Yes, we do. We're talking about...
No, we don't have rumors. We have Jess with the mess, and her news is real.
Okay.
Everybody else do rumors. Jess do Jess with the mess, and her news is real.
Okay, all right, my bad. Okay, well, you're right. We got Jess with the mess. Yes, we do. And we're talking about Jonathan Majors coming up.
There you go. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. And guess who's Bizak?
The wild card, Jess Hilarious.
My good sister, Jess Hilarious.
So let's jump right into it.
The news is real.
news is real.
That's hilarious. Just for Robin Moore. Just don't do no lying.
This is the Rumor Report
I don't do that.
No, it is
Stop.
not.
Just with the mess. And this is real.
on The Breakfast Club.
It's Jess with the mess. It's Jess with the mess and her news is real.
Allegedly.
All the time. I like the allegedly part. All right, speaking of Jonathan Majors, surveillance footage released. Jonathan Majors' domestic violence case continues, and now they're starting to bring receipts to court. Surveillance footage surrounding the events of Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, has been revealed. Red, what we got?
New surveillance video from March 25th shows the black Escalade in which prosecutors say Jonathan Majors assaulted then-girlfriend Grace Jabari. Jabari testified while in the SUV, she saw a woman named Cleopatra text Majors, quote, "Oh, how I wish I was kissing you." Jabari says she grabbed the phone from Majors, and in his fight to get it back, the actor dealt a blow to the back of her head, twisted her arm behind her back, fracturing her finger, and later shoved her inside the stopped SUV. Prosecutors painted a picture of systemic abuse by Majors dating back months. The jury saw photos showing items Majors is accused of throwing during an earlier fight with Jabari and text messages where he threatened suicide. But Majors' defense paints Jabari as the aggressor on the night of March 25th, enraged by the text message and later running after Majors following the altercation. They also say Jabari went to Lucy's nightclub after the fight, where surveillance video shows Jabari was not injured and freely using the finger she says Majors fractured.
So it's obvious that that was not as true as it was made to believe. It's important to also add on day 8 of the trial, the driver of their SUV where the fight reportedly happened between the two. The driver, Naveed Sawar, he said that I was feeling something was going on in the backseat, but when I reached Canal and Center Street, Majors wanted to get rid of Jabari, and he opened the door. I saw that they were fighting. When the car stopped, he was trying to get rid of her. Along with the surveillance videos and photos shown in court, audio from Jonathan Majors ranting about wanting Grace, his white girlfriend, to be more like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama was also released.
How dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is going to be out of commission.
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you. I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my travel block. I'm a great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That's real. I'm not down, John. I didn't ask for it. I worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately.
Jonathan got to simmer down. Like you did Ant-Man and Creed. That's not changing the world.
Yeah. Oh my God. Stop it. I do understand where he's coming from. I do agree with Just
don't be the movies. It's the fact where he came from, and he's thriving in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. I do understand.
Good actor. Great
Although
actor, yes.
I am going to say you cannot be upset with you can't expect this woman to be a Coretta Scott.
You can't expect a white woman.
Yeah, you cannot expect. Then she a different type of white too. What's the accent? Where's she from?
I have no idea.
Either way, sorry, but yeah, you can't expect for her to be anything other than who she is. Her lineage. She's not black at all. She's far from it. You can't.
Dr. Umar been trying to tell y'all for the longest.
I do understand the example that he's putting out there though. But if you gotta ask, do you know who Coretta Scott King is? Then no, we can't even have this conversation. It also came out that day of his arrest. He called 911 to report that Grace potentially attempted to commit suicide. We have audio for that as well.
The video shows Majors inside the apartment he shared with dancer Grace Jabari. He's followed up the stairs by NYPD. Inside a walk-in closet, his ex-girlfriend is sprawled across the floor, covered by a plaid blanket. She seems disoriented. Majors called 911 after he discovered her on the floor.
What happened exactly? Do you know?
No, I don't know. She's unconscious. She's naked from the bottom down. She has a sweatshirt on. She's my ex-partner. We broke up.
He then explained how he couldn't get into the apartment.
I banged on the door. I've been at the apartment for about 40 minutes now. I couldn't get in. I finally went downstairs and asked the doorman to help us.
they let me in via the handyman.
Prosecutors say a fight started the night before when Jabari saw this text message on the actor's phone. "Wish I was kissing you right now." It was apparently meant for another woman. Also part of the newly released evidence, photos taken by Jabari of what appears to be bruises on her finger.
So question, if Jonathan called the police, right, and Jonathan came home and he couldn't get in, and then when he walked in, she was laid out on the floor, how we know the head injury she was talking about didn't happen because he was drunk or high or something and fell?
Yeah, that was the thing. But the cops admitted in court that they didn't ask Grace if she fell or not. They didn't ask her. She also reportedly asked why her ear was hurting. A cut on her ear is one of the injuries that Jonathan is being charged for.
Also, y'all put a lot of sauce on that other phone call, the one about Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama, because Jonathan sounded very Hollywood. He sounded very extra, but he didn't sound, violent. He just sounded disappointed. Like, I need you to be better. You my woman.
Yeah.
You can't be out here getting drunk, embarrassing us, coming home, disturbing our peace.
Exactly.
That's what I took from it.
But why do those conversations matter, though? That's what I don't understand. He's having a conversation with his girlfriend. It didn't say anything violent. He just said, hey, I want you to be more like this. She could have said, I want you to be more like that. There was no violence there. There was nothing there to say that he did anything.
And even him saying he has a temper. Like, that don't mean I'm being violent.
And then he also said, I am a good man, though. I have a temper, but I am a good man, though. And she wasn't really, she was recording, but she was more so like, trying to.
She sounded like she knew she was wrong.
Yeah, she knew that she was wrong, and she didn't expect for the conversation to go like that. She thought that he was probably gonna, be more mad or whatever, but I don't see how this will help her case. And then also in the footage, it looked as if he was running away from her.
Oh, he was.
He was trying to get away from her.
Jonathan did exactly what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
If you get into an altercation with a woman. I tell men this all the time. If a woman hits you, if it gets physical, run. Take off. Don't engage in any way, shape, or form.
Keep running.
Skedaddle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say she
get far away.
They both got a lot of stamina because they were running for a long time.
Yeah, they work out together. Apparently they was working out.
And then, also they said that in the video that same night, allegedly, she was out in the club and she was using the same finger that they said was fractured.
Yep. I'm waving it in the air like she just didn't care.
Damn.
So it is what it is. Listen, all right.
Well, can I say this? Yep. Now is a great time to tell you that there's a fantastic project on Audible called Broke Down Profits, written by S.A. Cosby, executive produced by Leonard McKelvey and Kevin Hart, starring Jonathan Majors, Brian Tyree Henry, Dasha Polanco. It is a gritty thriller that I believe you will enjoy. So go check that out on Audible right now.
I'm glad that you took the time to cut off my last little bit of Jess with the mess.
For the little promo?
So go ahead and give an ad real quick. When I really had something important to say, but we're going to cover it in the next hour. You wouldn't have did that to nobody else.
Before we close out, I will say this. How do you guys feel about, your girlfriend or your boyfriend recording your conversations? Like, it almost seems like recording.
I don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend. I have a wife.
Talking to people outside, people out there listening. Because, if somebody records your conversation, they're recording your conversation for a reason. They're not recording it because they want to play it back for you later on and be like, look how you acted. They're recording it for a reason, to use it against you, obviously. That's scary.
Y'all don't trust each other if you're doing that.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's just the reality.
And that's a huge problem.
That's a really
another
good
problem.
question. Yeah.
Y'all don't trust each other. If you're doing that, you don't trust each other.
You never taped your wife when y'all out beefing?
Never.
No. You never taped.
But we also...
No, I never taped anybody while I was beefing. No.
We also been together since 1998, so we ain't had that type of technology back then.
Jesus.
Facts.
Yeah.
But no, I never did that. I definitely could have had another story, but go ahead. We'll be back after this.
I love you, Jess. I'm so happy to see
Jess
you.
is back, guys.
I'm so happy to see my Jess.
And I can read. Yeah, what's that?
You did.
Yeah. High five. You read that good. You read that good. Front Page News is next with Tez. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here, our special guest host. And let's get in some Front Page News. What up, Tez?
What's going on, DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, and Charlamagne the Guy?
Peace, Ted.
Some quick sports. The Chargers take on the Raiders tonight at 8:15. Draymond Green has been suspended indefinitely. Now, this is by, I guess they're saying he struck one of the players on the Mavericks. So
free Draymond. Okay, Draymond does not deserve to be suspended indefinitely. Does he deserve to be suspended? Yes, but you got to put a number on it. An indefinite suspension?
He deserves to have a mental evaluation, though. He definitely deserves to definitely seek help. That's what he deserves.
I don't know.
But if his anger is like uncontrollable,
it don't
he has
seem
to
like
figure
anger
out
issues, though. It just seems like he's an enforcer. Like I was born in 1978. I grew up on the Charles Oakleys and Anthony Masons and Bill Lambiers of the world. Them dudes was way worse than
Yeah, but they
Draymond.
changed the league because of that. And I said Mavs is actually the Timberwolves, but the problem is he just choked out Rudy Gobert less than a week ago.
Let me ask you a question. You understand this as a comedian, Jess. We know cancel culture has changed things, right? Has changed society.
Correct.
Does that mean all comedians should adjust? No, there's some comedians who still give you that rawness.
Yeah.
Right. Draymond still give you that rawness on the basketball
But if you
court.
give them that rawness, you got to accept the consequences.
You definitely do. And I
true.
have accepted every consequence behind something that I did.
But we're not going to let you get suspended indefinitely. Y'all got to put a number on it. How long does that sit down?
You're right.
And also, Giannis scored a high 64 points. Everybody seen Giannis running into the Pacers locker room last night. That's because one of the Pacers players, it was the first time that he scored, so he kept the game ball. But Giannis wanted the game ball because he broke a franchise record. So I don't know if Giannis ever got the game ball back, but that's why everybody's seen him running into the locker room.
It sounded crazy watching Giannis run after a bunch of men saying, I want the bug. I want his bug.
Yo, shut up.
I want his
I want the
ball.
bug. I want
What
the-
language is that, yo? You asked, man.
It was crazy.
All right. Now let's talk about impeachment.
Yes, yesterday House Republicans voted to formalize an impeachment inquiry. Want to stress inquiry, meaning the president has not been impeached, but an inquiry, which is an investigation. Now, this investigation reaches a critical juncture after right-wing pressure grows. Now, some people are calling right-wing pressure basically former President Donald Trump. Let's take a listen.
The House just voted 221 to 212 to formalize the impeachment inquiry into alleged wrongdoing by President Biden. To be clear, the president has not been impeached. This is a vote to start an investigation into whether he should be. House Republicans are accusing the president of profiting from his family's business dealings while in office, but so far they have not presented any solid evidence of wrongdoing. At the heart of the inquiry, the president's son, Hunter, who's been in other legal hot water for failing to pay taxes on time and on gun charges.
Now, as we covered last hour, Hunter Biden defied the subpoena and said that he only wants to be asked questions in public. So this impeachment inquiry will basically give him that opportunity. Republicans argued that the impeachment inquiry was a response to the stonewalling by the Biden administration for refusal to hand over documents. Now, House Democratic Majority Leader Representative Hakeem Jeffries had this to say.
There is zero evidence that President Biden has engaged in an impeachable offense. There is zero evidence that President Biden has engaged in any wrongdoing whatsoever. There is zero evidence that President Biden has broken the law. The Republicans have now reviewed more than 100,000 pages of documents, heard from many witnesses, and they can't find a scintilla of evidence to justify this impeachment inquiry. It is happening because the puppet master in chief, the former twice impeached so-called president of the United States of America, has ordered them to launch this impeachment inquiry as a political hit job on President Joe Biden.
Man, call it what it is. More revenge, more payback. Why are we acting like we don't know what it is? You got Representative Troy Niels of Texas. He said we doing this just to give Trump ammo. They impeached Trump twice. Now we going to impeach Biden so Trump can have some ammo against Biden. Trump got goons, man, ready to ride. These senators is wearing Pooh Shiesty masks and bubble jackets for Trump. You hear me? Okay.
That's right, Dan.
Yeah. And I think that's what Hakeem Jeffries just basically said. He said it is a hit job.
Too political. So, he said it too political. They got to start talking simple and plain for people, man. That sounded too political.
You think so? I mean, political hit job. I mean, what more can?
But you in the politics, Taz. You got to make it simple and plain for the people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like these niggas want revenge.
That's right. They're putting cases on all you. You want to go full training.
That's right.
It pretty much affects every Tesla ever made. Take a listen.
Heads up, if you drive a Tesla, there's a very good chance it was just recalled over safety concerns with the auto poles are supposed to keep you in your lane, maintain following distance, speed up and brake automatically, and include enhanced features that can help you change lanes. But it is not autonomous driving, and the recall says the autopilot system doesn't do enough to make sure you're paying attention in case something goes wrong. Specifically, the recall cites the risk of driver misuse. Tesla says it will release software updates with additional safety controls and alerts.
Jess, you just brought this up. What's that movie I keep falling asleep on?
Leave the World Behind. You need to be very much awake for that, Charlamagne, because that is your type of movie. You need to watch that. But I'm glad that Tez brought this up because in the movie, it shows a portion of. I don't want to spoil it because a lot of people haven't jumped onto it yet, but y'all need to really watch it. It's good, and it's about our country and the future of it. So I think y'all need to watch it. And then also, the Obamas actually produced it, so that's really, really good and interesting.
So they trying to tell us something?
I believe so.
Really?
I do believe so.
In the movie,
I'm glad you said that because Lil Duval said don't even waste your time watching it. So you saying watch it?
Really? Wow. Well, I mean, he has his opinions about things.
Yeah.
But the movie is a really good watch, and I watched it, and I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's dumb," and I heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it's cool. I don't like the way it ended." It's really pay attention. You need to. It's a movie that goes beyond the surface. If you are not open-minded and you don't even need to know everything about politics to watch it and to know what they're trying to convey. So definitely watch it. In the movie, it's a scene about Teslas and how it definitely caters to this.
Yeah. A bunch of Teslas got recalled in the movie?
No, you need to watch it, sir.
Well, I will say this with the Teslas. That autopilot feature is not on everybody's Tesla. It's a feature that you have to pay for. Most people don't pay for it. But they have a hack where they can actually put something on the steering wheel where for the autopilot feature for people listening, you're supposed to touch the steering wheel every so often to show that you're awake. So people have hacked it and put something on the steering wheel where it seems like somebody's touching it, and people have been sleeping.
Oh, that's crazy.
And people have been sleeping in the Tesla while the Tesla drives. So what Tesla's doing is trying to make sure that people can't hack the system and do that. So that's why they did this recall, and that's why and the recall is going to be something different like your iPhone. So they'll send it over the airwaves, and then you just have to download it in your system, so you don't have to bring the Tesla actually into the store.
Are we gonna trust that though? Like, is people really? Are we gonna trust just a software update like an iPhone?
Well, I'm sure it's gonna be more difficult. You can't probably hack the system. And I will say this, and this is not an ad. I'm not endorsed by Tesla. Right now, Tesla has the best leasing features on cars right now. So if you were interested in a Tesla, now's the time to look at it. The lease rates are less than $400, and for 6 months, the next 6 months, you can charge for free.
I think I'm gonna pass on that. I saw those cars running in the walls and burning.
But you ain't got to do the autopilot thing. You ain't got to do the autopilot.
Yeah,
you don't have to do the
y'all
autopilot
trust
feature.
these robots way too much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to do the autopilot.
Driving a computer. I'm not doing it.
Nah, I'm not sleeping while the car driving.
I would never do it either.
Now let me give you the models right quick, guys, because I do want people to know exactly what models were affected. Model 3, the 2017 to 2023.
That's the small
Model
one.
S, the 2012
That's
to
the long
2023.
sedan.
Okay. Model X, the 2016 to 2023, and then Model Y, the 2020 to 2023. So, I mean, y'all can take a chance on it if you want to, but I don't know.
That's all the models. That's all they got. That's
all of them.
That's all the models. They only got 4 models.
All of them.
That's all the models.
Okay.
The truck just came out.
I do like that Tesla Cybertruck though.
That's dope.
It just look cool.
Bulletproof and all that.
It is?
Yep.
Oh, I ain't gonna
Bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
Jesus.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Tiz.
You're welcome.
And make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
All right, and when we come back, we're going to be kicking it with Mia J. Mia J is Young Dolph's fiance and also the mother of his children. We're going to talk about what's been going on with the case and an initiative she's doing.
And she's the CEO and founder of Black Men Deserve to Grow Old.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Which is a campaign she started after her brother got killed. Her brother got killed before Dolph did.
That's right.
So, you know, I thoroughly stand behind her movement of Black Men Deserve to Grow Old.
All right, and we're going to talk to her next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We also have Lauren LaRosa, which is our guest host. We got a special guest in the building. We have Miss Mia J. Welcome.
Hello. How are you guys?
How are you feeling?
Good morning. What's happening?
I'm feeling pretty blessed.
Good. If you don't know who Mia J is, of course, she's Young Dolph's fiance, also the mother of his children. And I just want to say thank you because last year we went on this year we went on a huge car show tour, and you allowed me to share some of Young Dolph's works with the world.
For sure.
Cars and artifacts and jewelry, and it was just an amazing show. So I just want to say thank you for allowing us to do that and show that to the world.
For sure. Thank you for even inviting us and thinking of us to collaborate together.
No, I think it was a great collaboration. I just want to say thank you for that.
And I love your Black Men Deserve to Grow Old movement. Tell people what that is.
So that movement, it started off as a campaign, honestly. I lost my brother in 2020 to gun violence. He was an honest working man, had a car dealership. One of his customers took his life. And after that happened, it really devastated me. Like, we were 3 years apart. If you see my children, like just how they interact, engage, that was me and my brother. So I was just, like, I couldn't believe that somebody would take his life so frivolously. And so it prompted me to start, and then I also was talking to a girl I went to high school with, and people that were around me like, oh, my brother got killed too, and the guy who did it, he was out on bond. He was facing an attempted murder, and he took my brother's life in the process. And it was just happening so much. And we were just talking, I'm like, black men deserve to grow old. Like, that is so messed up that, like, it's so risky. The odds be stacked against black men like they are. And so I started it as a campaign just to raise money for the families that I were talking to, like the different people who were connected to me that had experienced loss, as well as my sister-in-law, just to be able to help. And I wanted to raise awareness, like, y'all, this interracial crime problem that we have, where we're just taking each other's lives real senselessly. The love is lacking. We need to do something about it. So I started it as a campaign in 2021. And then, like, 3 months later, Dolph was taken the same type of way, like, just violently, prematurely, it's like, reason wise, it's like, it's not a good reason for these men just to be snatched from their families and communities and stuff. And so it just, after his death, it just amplified. People listened more. I think the message resonated more, like, dang, you were talking about that, and then it happened to you even closer than it did before. So that's Black Men Deserve to Grow Old, to a call to action and a message that's meant to be spread within the black community first and foremost, that we need to do better amongst one another, because we taken fathers from families, like mentors from communities, and all of that senselessly. We need to do something about it.
How are you holding up? I mean, you must feel it every time there's a court case, every time you hear the music. So how are you doing?
So, for sure, I mean, I feel it's like I relive my life, like, over and over again, like that particular day, the taking of, in so many different types of ways. And to be honest with you, the question was asked when we were here, like, how do you maintain your strength? I'd be like, man, from God. I really don't have a true answer outside of that, because it is heavy. It is me using my voice to advocate for the people I love the most that was taken from me violently. And it's not just for them, it's for our whole community, because this could happen to anybody's family, brother, husband, fiance, whoever. And it's like, it's heavy, but the burden feels very light. And I can't quite explain why, other than, like, it gotta be God, He gave me this. He knew when he created me that I was going to be carrying out this task. I didn't. You couldn't have told me November 17th that this was something I was going to have to carry. And so for me to be able to stand up, for me to be able to hear his music, all it does is, like, really fuel me. When I hear, like, his interviews, I didn't listen to him like that when he was here, because I was too busy being a mom and taking care of the family and doing things. And I just couldn't keep up with everything he had going on. But now when I listen, it's like, I feel like he's giving me messages, or I take them as messages of encouragement and just, like, keeping me going. And, like, I don't know, I'd be thankful that he has so much on wax,
I wonder about that. I don't think you ever truly heal from the type of trauma you experience, but when you constantly see, his interviews, videos, because, I feel like I'm always seeing Dolph on my timeline. Does that help or hurt?
I mean, I feel like it helps because it's peace. He brought peace in my life. Like, that life that I spent with him, it was a beautiful time in my life. Even though in the thick of it, I'm gonna be honest, you go through so much with people, but the good definitely always outweighed the bad. And it's like, when I reflect on who he was to me, it's like I smile. Like, it's like I hear his laugh, or so many things that sparks a memory from the time that I enjoyed the most. So it's like, I feel good to hear him, see him. I smile. Sometimes I could shed tears, but they're not always tears of sorrow. It's because I've now accepted that we're only here for a finite amount of time, and we ain't meant to be here forever. We all gotta check out at some point, and unfortunately he did, but I love hearing him and seeing him.
When you talk about, like, the interviews that you watch that make you smile, or maybe you start your day with, what's, like, one of your go-to things, or, like, messages that he has out in the world?
To be honest, it's really one of his songs. One of the songs when I really, my go-to is, like, this song called You Got It with Vito. And I feel like he talking to me. I mean, when he was here and he played the song, I was like, oh, you talking about me? But it's like this, like, baby, you got it. You look like a goddess. You got me. Like, the words that he's saying, it's like, when I need to be picked up, like, to find another one like you, I doubt it. Just all of these different types of things. Like, it's your world. They can't do nothing about it. Like, it's something that breathes life into me. Like, just keep going. That he will be proud of you just for keeping going. You know. So.
I've been seeing you speak out about the criminal case, and you said that you've had some frustrations. Like, and you've been advocating for a fair trial. What do you mean when you say a fair trial?
So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. Obviously, I can't say. But the thing is that, you know, each victim, it's a victim's bill of rights, right? And you're supposed to communicate with them. You're supposed to update them. It's been things that, like, I've been updated via the media, you know, and it's just a form of disrespect that I felt like, why should I get on the internet and see anything there first, you know? And I just feel like the courtesy let us know. It's been things that, you know, just the way I feel like the family was being handled, just as when they do give us updates and we're like, oh, we don't like how that, you know, that don't sound kind of right, like a low bond like that. And it's like, well, this is what we doing. And I've talked to other people consulting with other attorneys and former U.S. attorneys, and they're like, well, you know, your voice should be heard. Like, if it's something that you guys are not really liking, it doesn't sit well, like, have they tried to, you know, talk to you guys about meeting in a better common ground or presenting different types of terms? I'm like, no, it's pretty much like, this is what it is. You like it. This is what we doing. And, you know, it's a U.S. case. And so it's not a Dolph case or whatever the case may be. But I'm like, listen, this is not fair the way that this is being handled. And if we have rights as victims, like, let's honor those rights and let's respect the family and let's do a better job of communicating and making sure that the family is, you know, in agreement with what's going on a little bit more.
All right, we got more with Mia J when we come back. Of course, that's Young Dolph's fiance, the mother of his children. She has a lot to discuss, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Mia J. Mia J, of course, is Young Dolph's fiance, the mother of his children. She has an organization that she's promoting. Black men deserve to grow old. What's your thoughts on Memphis? How do you feel about Memphis? Because, of course, he was killed in Memphis, but Memphis has so much love for Dolph, right? And I seen it at the car show we did in Memphis. I mean, the amount of people that came out and was crying and just happy to see everything from his artifacts to how it was built to the Dolph Museum that was built. What's your thoughts on that? Because they took your baby.
Yeah, no, for sure. And my brother. Because my brother was there too. You know, it's bittersweet for me because Memphis is very supportive even of me, the movement, my kids, just everything, you know, like Dolph. And it's really like kind of split. Like, for me, it's very hard because I'm this person that's like, listen, like, you with me, you not, like, just get away from me type of thing. And it's kind of hard with it being a city where, you know, you could be in support over here, you could be in support there, just different types of places and stuff like that. And it makes me feel uncomfortable because I'll be like, where you really stand? Like, I feel like that's what kind of be in the back of my mind in a sense. You know, safety wise, it's just like, not even just in terms of Dolph, it's just like it keeps seeming like it's being worse and worse. And not just in Memphis, but in a lot of urban areas where for me, safety wise, I'm like, listen, I don't want to be nowhere near it, you know? But at the same time, it's so hard not to because he did love that place. And there is so much work to be done. And there is a huge support. And I do have love for Memphis because that's where I did my growing years. I grew up as a young woman in Memphis. So I definitely have love, but it's very bittersweet.
Is it true the judge was removed from the case?
It was. That was one of the things that I learned via the internet, via social media.
Why was he removed?
So how I understand it, he was removed because there was a one of the defendants, right? Him. He made a song in jail and he was reprimanded by the judge, but the judge didn't follow the proper protocol in reprimanding him, and so for that, he had to, you know, recuse himself, which basically like, hey, you know, if this wouldn't have happened now, later on down the line, it could have been like, we want to
mistrial or something.
Yeah, or something like that. So I see the benefit, but also it was just so many things about it, the questions that I had, like, you know, kind of, it's just a lot. And I guess you have to understand the legal system for how those type of technicalities happen, but it's basically how it happened. But he's a seasoned judge, you know, very seasoned. I've done my research on him, very fair. Seemed like he would be very appropriate for the case, but things have happened in a different type of way. So
I am shocked one of the defendants got bond though. But for a crime so heinous, I'm shocked they gave him a bond.
When you asked about that, what was the explanation of, like, even just the number?
Well, they're very vague, you know. So, and I get that, like, and I honor the vagueness because there is a sensitivity that you got to protect information and stuff. So they weren't very direct about why that happened, right? But they said that this was one of the best. This was a decision that they had to make, that they felt like they were making a pretty much good decision. So we gotta wait and see.
You just have to trust so much right now in things that you don't understand. Is that really tough? Like, what do you worry about most when it comes to the case?
And you know what? I'm glad you just said it's like the trust so much. That's why it pulls you. Like for me, I've just been pulled to like, you gotta just trust God. You gotta lean not to your own understanding. You gotta lean to God's understanding, because I will never understand why he was taken, to why the process is like what it is, to so many different types of things. And that's why I'm like, you know what? Let me just make sure my heart stay in the right type of posture and condition, so my prayers can be honored, like that justice will be served, and that I will one day understand soon enough, because it's nothing. I can't sit back and just keep worrying about it, because it's not going to do any justice for my body, my physical health, my mental health, my spiritual health, me being able to have the strength to keep going for my children. I just got to be able to trust in the process and just know that like everything is going to work out for the good,
And how are your kids doing?
My kids, to be honest, they're doing a lot better. I was listening to this interview the other day with Charleston White, and he was talking about the effects of like young boys or whatever, and they get so angry, and when they're young, they don't have their fathers. They have so much anger pent up in them, and they end up channeling that anger in different types of ways, and end up wanting to take somebody's life and this and that or whatever. And when I was listening to it, I recognized my son after his father passed up until like probably the beginning of this year, so angry, and was never that child. Like when I tell you like stellar child, he was that. But he was so angry, and like I'm talking about like if I was like, give me the phone, he like no. Like he want to step up to me, anybody. He'd step up to anybody, and so
that's trauma though. He's just projecting the pain and the hurt he feels from losing his father.
He was, but like he said, you got to channel that, and I understood it, and it was making me mad. Sometimes I'm like, listen, I'm restraining myself right now because you got me messed up coming at me like that. But I was like, I'm gonna find a proper help for you. So I put him in a mentorship program and a karate program, and he even tried his karate coach or whatever. Like if you see this big guy right here, he about that size, and he was like, I'm about to let him know I ain't scared of him. I'm scared of not. I'm tired of not speaking up and saying. He was 7 years old at the time. 7 years old, talking about or 8 years old. I'm tired of not letting him, like making him feel like I'm scared of him. And I was like, I don't think he think you scared of him. He was like, well, I'm gonna speak up. He spoke up. He stepped to the dude. He got picked up by his little karate suit up in the air about 6 feet off the ground, or about 3 feet off the ground, and he got dealt with. And I had to allow that to happen because it was hard to watch.
But you were there when it happened.
Yeah, I was there. I had to walk out because I was like, listen, I just don't know. But I needed to let it happen because I did respect his mentor, his coach or whatnot, and it needed to happen. And from that day on, he ain't tried me, him, nobody. And the coach told him, like, man, you got a spirit that's trying to get you to self-destruct. You angry, I understand, but you need to learn how to control it. Self-control is everything, right? And afterwards, I was like, what did Daddy used to always say? He was like, if you're not in control, you out of control. And I was like, so we need to stay in control, because being out of control, like, you got to maintain self-control. And so we worked through those. And when I tell you, from that day and just ongoing, my son, it's like a burden was lifted off of him, and he's doing so much better, so much back kind of to his old ways and his old self. And I'd be thankful for that, just for channeling that energy in the right type of direction,
Do you have any concerns that justice won't be served?
I don't. I don't have that, because I really, really stand real firm that it will. And I don't even want to start to allow myself to diverge into different ways of thinking that it won't. Like, I don't even want that's because that's negativity to me. Like, that ain't nothing but a negative thought, and I can't even let that just enter inside of me, or like take over me, or even be a thought. Like, I gotta have positive thoughts, and justice will be served. Can
you break down mind frame early on, right? And the reason I ask is, before the Breakfast Club, 16, 17 years ago, Dolph always had a mind frame of what he wanted to do business wise, right? He never signed to a major. He didn't want to sign to a major. Everything was independent. Most of that comes from, of course, your queen. You're having conversations late at night. So explain that mind frame and where it came from, and what was some of the thought process back then?
So I think Dolph, like, he just really believed in ownership. He did. And I think that ultimately Dolph almost, like, he used to always say, like, he didn't think he was going to be there long. Like, he was going to live long, right? And he used to say that because he felt like that it was he had so many near death experiences. Like I used to be like, you like a cat with 9 lives. Like literally, I'm talking about before any of the ones that we know about publicly.
Right.
I'm talking about car accidents to all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he is like, every time he made a new year, you know, he was just like, I'm just thankful. I'm grateful to be here. But I think that he wanted to leave something behind. He wanted to do something for his family that, you know, like to just set them up. And I think ownership in his mind, like what he knew about it and what he was learning about it, like, if I don't own it, you know what I'm saying? What can I really pass down like that? You know, even at some point of the fizzle. So I think it was a lot of that, and it was that determination. Like I want to do something for my family within my lifetime. I want to set my family up in a way that, you know, it'll count for generations. Like, cause he would talk about generational. Just looking back when we would have those conversations, yeah, I'm gonna be there, boo. Yeah, generational wealth us. You know what I'm saying? I'm there with you. What you need me to do? But I didn't really understand I didn't understand at that time.
All right, we have more with Mia J when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Mia J. Mia J, of course, is Young Dolph's fiance, the mother of his children. She has an organization that she's promoting. Black men deserve to grow old. Charlamagne?
Is it true he owned over 100 properties in Memphis?
Dolph owned properties, not just in Memphis, but he owns properties just like across the, you know, just the country or whatever. So it's not just in Memphis. And he did do a lot of investing in the right areas. You know, like he would just reinvest his money really wisely, you know, in different types of ventures and things like that. So he definitely was just, like I said, just very committed to establishing, you know, just like I said, the milestones for generational wealth.
So y'all straight.
Yeah, thank God.
Praise be to God.
Thank God. Like we are.
What's your day-to-day like now? Like as a mom, as a business owner? I think, you know, we talked to you a lot about like Dolph, but like what are you like on a day-to-day as a businesswoman because of all of that you got to watch and be a part of?
Man, like I'm gonna say running around with a chicken, like a chicken with my head cut off, and not like seriously, because it really, everything works its way out, but you know, it's like I'm taking on mommy, daddy business. Like I have so much more responsibility than when he was here, right? And it's just like I have to take off multiple hats. So I start off the day, I'm mommy, you know what I'm saying? Making sure lunches get out. All of the same stuff I used to do. Lunches get out, breakfast gets made, kids get out to school. Then I'm working on various parts of my business, the advocacy part of my business, trying to actually, like, you know, we got to make money to keep the business sustaining itself and stuff like that. So that part of it, leading a team, doing that, having to cut that off clean, like, you know, so when my kids come home, they have me back. And that's such I can say when he was here, he didn't want me to work at all. Like anything that I was doing at that time in his life, he probably was like, you're getting on my nerves. Can you just be in the kitchen, cook us some good meals, make a smoothie? I don't know. Y'all had a thing one time. He's like, can you make me a smoothie? But just doing all of these things, keeping the family together, that was my priority. And you know, the only way that he bought into it was that, like, I used to be like, let me do my chores first and then I go do my business, right? So now that's the same mindset that I have. Like, okay, let me do my chores. My chores is being there for my kids, doing homework, all of that stuff. Once that's done, then you can do whatever you want to do business wise. And that's kind of, I'm juggling that, and it becomes very chaotic and a lot, but I'm getting through it.
Were y'all planning the wedding?
We were like, so we were in that, like, listen, we had just told our therapist or whatever, like, we're ready to start doing premarital.
Y'all was going to therapy?
Yes.
Okay.
We were doing therapy, and it was, I would recommend that to anybody. If you want to bring stuff of wanting to, like, walk away or anything within your relationship, go to therapy first. And we had a faith-based therapist, and that really helped us a lot, because that's really where relationship starts or whatever. And it started to, I could even see the changes in him, like with our, like, what is the duty of a husband, and you know, like you're the leader of the household. And so a lot of things, like when she would put things in certain types of ways, he was grasping it, he was changing. I could see how he was dealing with me, and me too. What's the duties of a wife? And so we got to a point where we was like, we cannot wait to like celebrate this moment, because we've come a long way. And so she had just sent me, like on November 15th, she had just sent me the questions for the premarital counseling. And I was like, okay, when he comes back from out of town, he had left that Monday. Let's see, I think that was the same day that he left to go to Memphis was the day she sent it to me. And I was like, okay, our sessions was on Wednesday. I was like, he gonna be out of town, but once he comes back, we gonna get on so we can start doing this. And one of my girlfriends was planning like a big party for Future actually, and I was like, as soon as you get done, she was a wedding planner. I was like, as soon as you get done with that, we're gonna send our little deposit and get started. And it was gonna be a surprise wedding. We wanted people to show up for my birthday, and they thought they was coming to like a ball, a gala or whatever, and we were gonna get married. And he wanted his parents to have their vows renewed there.
Oh man.
And that's where we were in the planning phase of things. It was like we ready to celebrate how far we've come. And that Wednesday came, and it was like you could have never paid me to believe that we wasn't going to have a chance to dive in. Like the questions, I was like, these questions good. Like I cannot wait to go into therapy with him with these. And we just never made it there. Never made it there.
I'm so sorry that you got to go through any of this.
Absolutely.
You know, that's why your organization, your movement is so important. You know, even just putting that into the universe, black men deserve to grow old. Yes, we do. Black women as well, but yes, black men definitely.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's just, yeah, man. I'm sending you healing energy always.
Absolutely.
I really do.
We appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah.
And how can people follow you
what's
if
the
they want to
future of
follow
the
you?
movement and everything?
Yeah.
The future is to amplify this message, to continue to create dope products. Like I look at this like anything that say black men deserve to grow old. Like when people wear it, you're like a walking billboard. Like you're spreading a message. Like when from one black man to another wearing it, it's like at this point, this is like a peace, like, you know, like a sign of peace. Like, bro, I'm not coming for you. Like, I'm with you. Like, you deserve to grow old. I deserve to grow old. It's embodying love for one another. You don't got to know somebody to have love for them, to just have like, man, I want to see you make it home to your family, just like I want to make it to mine.
That's right.
That's the message that I want to kind of just be resonating as you see person to person to person. I want this to be something that's global. Like people are walking across just different areas and stuff like that and seeing this message. And the thing is, it's not to say that nobody else deserves to grow old. We all do, you know, but the odds stacked up against a black man's life, not even as much as a black woman, but a black man. Like you walk out your door in the morning, you're just trying to provide a living for your family. It can come from a police trying to, you know what I'm saying, think that you a thug or you doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing and your life being snatched. It could be a dude that's been watching you like, bro, you been coming up, yo, you get money out here, let me snatch that up off of you.
Right.
And taking your life. It could be so many different types of ways. And that backbone of our community, you know, like our society, like we need strong black males to help guide the young males. I can't teach my son, like in that situation I told y'all, I can't teach my son how to be a man or how to be fearless, or he gonna have to hear that from another man. And the best person is his father, you know, especially if he can be healthy and whole to be able to show up and be that mentor for his family, you know. And so we just need them to grow old so they can be able to learn and gain wisdom and give that wisdom, and mentorship is needed in our community so we can flourish as a community. Otherwise, we just gonna continue to have a genocide happening before our very eyes.
How can people follow you and purchase some hoodies and sweatshirts if they want?
So they can follow Black Men Deserve to Grow Old on IG, on all platforms. Black Men Deserve to Grow Old. Go to BMDTGO. We shorten it for y'all. Like BMDTGO is just the acronym for Black Men Deserve to Grow Old. .com. You can follow me at I am Mia J on IG and platforms as well. We just just go on there, buy something, show your support, your advocacy, help us spread this message because that's what's needed.
All right. And we thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Mia J, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's jump right into the rumors with Jess.
News is real. Whether it's hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lying.
This is the Rumor Report
I don't do that. Stop.
It's just for the message. And this is real.
on the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference.
Meg Thee Stallion addresses Party's recent interviews.
Why you jumping like that?
Because we got to get this going.
Okay, let's go.
Party Fontaine is on a promo run for his EP Sex Tape. He's done interviews, including one here on Breakfast Club, where he shared details about his relationship with Meg Thee Stallion. One of those things he spoke about was the accusation of him receiving oral in Meg's bed. What we got, Red?
Was that really about you when she said she caught her man getting in her bed? Was that about you? I didn't know if that was about you or she was just rapping.
I ain't seen nobody else trend. I only seen.
But that don't mean nothing. You know the truth. I do know the truth, and I know what was discussed between us.
So is that something she accused you of, getting in her bed?
It's a loose interpretation of events.
Make it tight for us. Like, we want to understand. Because when you say you walked into your man getting in the bed, I'm envisioning her.
That sounds very specific.
Yeah,
right?
I'm envisioning her walking in and going off on Shorty.
And this is why I was like, this is absolutely not the case, and that's why I felt like a record like The Person needed to happen. With that one line, a lot of people like, oh, it's one line. That one line like made people not want to interview me. So that one, it hurt me personally, and then two, it like tarnished my image. It tarnished my, you know what I'm saying? Tarnished who I was as a person.
Now, to his point, that's what I was saying. I agree with that. If you're just catching up, Megan spoke on catching one of her exes, of course, getting oral in her bed that she sleeps in her song Cobra. She never said which ex it was, but fans of social media users assumed that it was Party because that was her most recent and public relationship since Moneybag Yo. I mean, who else would you be talking about? Meg's phone must have been blowing up or something because she caught one of Party's interviews real fast, and then she got on live and said this.
Cheat on her. I didn't do that. Well, why the is you responding to me? Do you know how many y'all claim I done with? Why are you answering? Why are you trying to make that shoe fit? Was it you getting your up in the same spot I was sleeping? If you say it wasn't you, why the hell is you dissing me? Like, what the is going on? Why are you talking to me? If you said I wasn't talking to you, I wasn't talking to you. Like, you just wanted to find a reason to bash me. It seems very strategic. Like, it feels like they get on Megan ass. All right, let me go get on her ass too. Like, if I'm not talking about you, why the hell are you talking about me? I don't have anything bad to say about my ex. I genuinely don't. If I'm not talking about you, why are you talking about me? Why are you making the shoe fit, Cinderella?
Well, here's the thing, right? If you don't want your peace disturbed, don't disturb the peace of others. Megan did mention him in the line, right?
No, we don't know if it was him, though.
But we do know.
She said that she had other exes, and it might not be relatable to him. She might have been rapping about her ex before Party.
I did ask Party that, are you sure it was you? You know what I mean? So is it Party or not? Because if not, then she's kind of gaslighting him a little bit.
Yeah, it obviously it is Party. You know what I'm saying? You put a line in the song about somebody, you know what I'm saying?
About an ex, yeah.
And then he responds, about an ex, he responds, and you get upset.
So if it's not me, you should say it's not me.
Yep, you should say it's not me.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Party returned the favor and got on his Instagram Live to defend himself yet again.
What's the point of doing all these interviews?
Unfortunately, the things that they ask me about are things that I never intended to ever talk about. You know what I'm saying? I never intended to speak on none of these things, but I'm somewhat of a public figure, I guess, and people want to know. In all actuality, these things is never even easy for me to talk about. Like, it's never something I want to speak on. But if you watch my interviews in their entirety, I always speak about exactly what happens, exactly how I feel, without even giving too much, because I don't like to dive into too much. But I have no problem taking accountability. That's what it is? Yeah. Let's talk about what the definition is. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, find me an interview where I say no. Not once. But I just don't appreciate people throwing rocks and hiding their hand. I was chilling. I was cooling. And throwing rocks and hiding your hand is that's just not good behavior.
I just think on both ends, they were talking about each other, so they shouldn't be explaining. They shouldn't be explaining, but it wasn't about you. If the shoe fits, Cinderella, where y'all was talking about each other.
See, but this is the thing, Jess, right? We people, I ain't gonna say we get on these artists when they say we just make a twerk sounding song, and they just do nothing with twerk. They don't put enough of their life into a song, right? Then she puts her life into a song, and she's dated numerous guys that we think. So it didn't have to be about Party. It could have been about anybody that she was talking about, one of her exes, and now y'all saying y'all wanted her to talk her feelings in the song, and then at the end, by the way, it wasn't Party. Oh, no, she's just expressing her feelings in the song.
What I always thought about the Meg song was crazy was the fact that that's the line y'all focused on. This young woman is in there talking about how she contemplates suicide, and she's depressed and everything else, and what y'all latch on to is who was getting head in the bed. Come on, man.
Well, I think they latched on to it so much because nobody ever knew why they broke up. They just broke up, and
but we still don't even know
if
Party was the person she was talking about. It could have been the ex before Party. It could have been the ex after Party. We don't know,
and we still don't know if that's the reason they broke up.
Okay,
we just assuming.
That's the thing. We don't know, so that's what people are doing. They're just picking. They do this with everybody.
I'm just mad Party went on live after sitting up here for an hour. Like,
we could have did that right here. Right? We could have got the views.
And I'm mad that Megan went live and said all of that. After she obviously has been trying to get in touch with some type of peace. She's been doing a lot of healing. She's signed to a new music group. Congratulations on that. And she went live live, and she also mentioned some things with Tory Lanez and her ex-best friend Kelsey. We got that audio too.
Motherfuckers is getting denied every time they try to set a motion for a new trial, so they trying to pull shit out the air. I'm not about to keep going with y'all. Y'all defending somebody who didn't even take the stand and defend themselves. Y'all literally believe anything if it's bold and in all caps. Imagine somebody saying that they did not commit a crime and not defending themselves to the T. Imagine y'all saying somebody is following the street code, not snitching. Are you snitching or are you not snitching? Because y'all trying to pretend like Kelsey shot me. Kelsey didn't shoot me, and I really wonder why her main problem with me was, you won't tell people I didn't shoot you. I was like, Kelsey, I don't want to talk about this on social media at all, but now you won't even get online and defend yourself. So that really just proves my points. Either you took some money or your life is in danger. If you say you didn't shoot me, why won't you get on the stand and say I didn't shoot this bitch? If she did it, why wouldn't you just say she did it? Kelsey, if you did not do it, why won't you just say I did not do it?
Why Meg circling the block on Tory? I missed that part.
Because, this has been going on, that they've been saying, there's been speculations that Kelsey is the one that shot her. I've been saying this since the very beginning. Like, they've been saying that Tory, that they both put it on Tory.
Mm-hmm. I think a new affidavit
to
came
save
out.
her best friend.
I think a new affidavit came out from the driver or security guard that made a statement that
very recently,
and
said that she was the one with the
responding
gun.
to that. Yep.
Yeah, so that was new evidence that something new that had came out, that they said that Kelsey had the gun. But all Kelsey wanted Megan to do was say, she ain't shoot me. You know what I'm saying? You did get online and you said who did shoot you. And at first, it seemed like you didn't want to talk about it online at all, but you in fact went live and you was talking about it. Your best friend just wanted her name cleared. That's why. I don't know what Kelsey is doing now and all of that stuff. I do remember her telling me that she was about to do Love and Hip Hop. Personally, she told me that. She was about to do it. It never happened. Don't know what happened with that. Haven't talked to her since. But she was about to go and do it and stuff. But it never happened. But yeah.
All I'm getting from all of this is folks want people to be clear about who they talking to and who they talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Party wants Meg to be clear about who she's talking to and she says she got cheated on. Meg wants Kelsey to be clear about, what happened. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all. Everybody just wants people to be clear.
Nah, I think the people, everybody's catering to what the people.
Social
media.
Correct. Social media. They're caring too much about spectators and commentators and people that really don't make no mind at the end of the. Make no difference at the end of the day. Everybody knows what happened, and we just have to wait until they say whatever happened was real.
I hate to see this though.
It's out already.
What Jess is saying is so true though, man. Because it's just like, if you know the truth should be enough for you. I ain't trying to convince nobody if I know what the hell.
But Megan did say something like, just because it's in bold and just because it's written,
don't make it real. That's how I feel about your bid. That's how I feel about these dudes when they spray their hairlines on. Just because it's big and bold and black, it don't mean it's real.
You want to see something big and bold?
You couldn't say black because you're beige. Because you're beige. Because you're beige. You couldn't say black because you're beige.
And black because I'm black. Even though I'm beige, I'm black.
Let's go to Donkey.
Oh, God.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Donkey up the day. Made it. Damn, the hee-haw again.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I'm not even trying to be donkey today no more.
They should be embarrassed by what they already did. I'm not making these people do these things.
Called Donkey of the Day, and it really caught me off guard. Damn, Charlamagne, who got the Donkey of the Day today?
Well, just hilarious. Donkey of the Day for Thursday, December 14th goes to two men. One named Michael Green, the other named Byron Bolden, collectively known as the KitchenAid Mixer Crew. They are called the KitchenAid Mixer. It's those individuals who, used to go in TJ Maxx and Marshalls, sometimes a store in the mall like Bloomingdale's or something, JCPenney, Macy's, and they would steal. Okay, back in the day, they would steal the Polo, the Tommy Hilfiger. Some of them, if they were really good, could go in a Big Lots or something like that and catch a microwave, a TV, some socks, whatever it was. They would bring it back to the hood and sell it for the low. And if you were selling crack at any point in your life like I was, you could barter a few things, okay? You could barter, some items for some rocks. Okay, jewelry, houseware, small appliances, electronics, pharmaceutical products, you name it. If a retail thief can steal it and they got an addiction, that fried cocaine can get it for you. Okay, I'm not glorifying it in any way, shape, or form. Just telling you about my life. Now, why did I tell you this backstory? To let you know that
things just ain't the same for retail thieves. Okay, in fact, the DA's office said they're getting more aggressive in prosecuting retail crimes because they said they are realizing that people aren't stealing for personal use. They are stealing because they are putting these items on the black market, and they need to stop that. DA's office. Where you been? This has been going on way before I ever existed, and it will probably be going on way after I'm gone. Okay, but I must say, like most things in this era, these new retail thieves are different. Okay, see, Michael and Byron got caught. Not only did they get caught, they got convicted for felony theft. Okay, because see, in Colorado, if you steal more than $2,000 in items, it's a felony. $2,000 or less, it's a misdemeanor. These guys stole $2,094 worth of items because one of the things they stole was a KitchenAid mixer. Those KitchenAid mixers are not cheap. They range in price, but I seen one that cost like $849. Okay, back in my day, you might get like $100 worth of crack for that. All right, that's worth about 5 rocks. They also stole some brand name shoes and clothing. Okay, now they stole a lot of Kohl's. Kohl's got some great brands in there. Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, Champion. You ever stole a lot of Kohl's, Jeff?
Absolutely. What?
Okay. So they was in there having a great time. But the reason they getting donkey today is their legal defense. See, remember I told you that if it's $2,000 or more, it's a felony. $2,000 or less, it's a misdemeanor. They was at $2,094. Their lawyers feel like they shouldn't get a felony. They should get a misdemeanor. Why? Because the items they stole were on sale. I can't make this kind of stuff up. Let's go to NBC 9 News for the report, please.
50-year-old Michael Green and 37-year-old Byron Bolden got the ridiculous but very literal nickname, the KitchenAid Mixer Crew, because they stole those mixers along with other items from a Kohl's in Parker last year. Well, the 18th Judicial District, where these two men were charged and stood trial, says all the stuff stolen from Kohl's, the mixers, clothes, shoes, it all totaled $2,094. And that is important because the cutoff line between a misdemeanor and a felony in Colorado is $2,000. So they were over that limit by $94. But you know Kohl's, there's always a sale. And the prosecutor's team tells us the defense tried to argue this lost value is actually lower if you consider the stolen items were on sale. The DA's office says the value that matters in court is the retail price, not a sale or a coupon or whatever else.
That's right.
And the jury agreed. They convicted both men of a Class 6 felony. Green will serve 15 months in prison. He's already behind bars on another conviction. And Bolden got 90 days in jail with some credit for time served.
The legal argument by the defense was that these two individuals stole merchandise that was on sale, and if you use the sale price, it will fall below the $2,000 threshold and will make it a misdemeanor. Basically, they want a discount on whatever time they was going to get. Okay, you just heard Michael Green got 15 months in prison. The other one, Byron Bolden, was sentenced to 90 days in jail with credit for time served as a condition of 18 months probation. Sound like he might have snitched, therefore he already got his cooperating discount. But as far as both of them getting a discount because the items were on sale, that's just not how any of this works. On a ghetto scale of 1 to 2, this legal defense is a strong 6, maybe 7. Okay? It don't matter if what you stole is on sale. Sales only apply when you are acquiring these items by purchasing them the legal way. Sales don't apply when you are using the 5-finger discount. Sales don't apply to free tail therapy with your crazy tail sales. If you do the crime, you're not getting a discount on the time. Serious question. Has it always been this way with attorneys? I feel like lawyers are getting tubier and tubier as life goes on. And when I say tubier, I mean jokey. And I don't like the way they be acting. Please give Michael Green and Byron Bolden the sweet sounds of the Hamiltones.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Now, our good sister Jess Hilarious is here with us today. Jess, I saw you on Cam Newton's show, Funky Fridays.
Absolutely.
And you told a story of someone stealing your rental car.
Yes.
Before we go there, I just want to say I beg to differ.
Why do you love interrupting women so much?
I'm interrupting you.
Why you just let me step?
Because
I asked her
before you get
just
that,
stepped on her.
I just want to say I beg to differ. I don't agree with you.
You don't even care either.
Well, no, I'm just telling you. Before you switch it and move on, I beg to differ. If it's
I wasn't moving on, though.
If it's a price at a store, whatever that price in the store, if that person steals, that's the price where they should be.
I think you should be quiet.
No, I'm just telling you.
I think you should be quiet.
No, I'm just telling you.
I think you should be quiet.
No, I just want to tell you that.
Right. I agree.
If they stole,
you should be quiet, right, Jess?
No, I agree with him.
No, if they stole something that was $999, that's what they should be charged with.
Right.
Because that's what it was advertised for.
Yeah. Yep.
Not the price that wasn't advertised.
Absolutely. Because it's not going to go back because it's on sale for a reason because it's not selling. Or, you know what I'm saying? So it would never go back up to $2,000.
But you know, a sale is still a retail price. As they said in court, you're going to get charged with what the retail price was.
Didn't Target do something?
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Didn't Target do a thing?
You still talking?
Where we seen something where they had
justifying stealing.
No, I'm just saying.
That's what you're doing right now.
It shouldn't be a misdemeanor. It should be what they stole it for, the actual price that it was advertised.
It shouldn't be a felony.
It shouldn't be a felony.
It should be a misdemeanor, and I agree with that.
You got your rental car stolen.
I did, twice.
They gave you your purse back, though.
Yeah, the guy who stole it from me, yeah.
My question is, if those people were to get caught, do you think police officers should be lenient with them because it was a rental car? Or should they just get charged with stealing?
They should still get charged with stealing because it's not their car.
They stole a car.
Yeah, they stole a car. That is very much different.
No, it's not.
But they're not going to get charged with stealing her bag because they gave her bag back.
They're going to get charged with stealing a car. It doesn't matter if it's a rental car or not. It don't matter that she's spending $100 a day with Hertz or whatever it was.
But they should be charged with stealing, just not a misdemeanor because what they stole was $999.
And so you're saying the same thing about the Kohl's people. They should just be charged with stealing.
At a price of what they stole it for.
No.
Yes.
So if that's the case, they should be charged with a misdemeanor for stealing a rental car. Because it's just a rental car that's $100 a day.
That's the difference.
No, it's not.
It's different.
No, it's not.
What are you doing?
I don't want to talk to you. You should shut up. I done told you to be quiet, but you're going to learn.
It's not the same.
You're going to learn.
It's not the same.
Are they black? Were they black?
I don't know. I didn't look.
I'm sure you looked.
I think they were white, though.
Oh, really?
Let me see.
He looked.
I did see a picture, but I didn't know if that was them or not.
Let me see.
I don't know if that's the lawyer. I think this is the lawyer.
What's their names?
Pull up a picture, Eddie. They black or white?
What's their names? Byron.
Because
I can tell you. Byron what?
Oh, hold on. He texted.
Ain't no white Byrons.
I don't know white Byron.
Who is it? Because he said Byron, then he said somebody else's name. I don't.
Michael Green and Byron.
Oh, no,
Morton.
yeah, they black. They black.
Oh,
dang.
Yeah. Shh,
All right.
Don't tell nobody.
Okay. All right.
They black.
Misdemeanor.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Yes, indeed.
All right, now when we come back, let's open up the phone lines. Jess is back.
I am.
Thank God. 800-585-1051. Now it's time for Jess Fix My Mess. If you having relationship issues and problems in your life, Jess will be able to help you. 800-585-1051. Let's discuss. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Baby, it's the real deal. Help me. Help me.
Oh my God. I'm all up in your mess. I'ma fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Just gonna fix your mess because my advice is real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. It's time for Jess Fix My Mess. All right? Jess Hilarious is here. Let's go right to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
This is Bella.
Hi, Bella.
Good morning. What's your question for Jess?
Okay, Jess. Guy for a couple years now.
You've been with, say it one more time.
I've been dating this guy for a few years now. And from different sources who don't know each other, I've been hearing like gay rumors a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know how to approach that because I did ask him and I don't know how to feel about the answer because, you know, they say like if they get angry, then it's true. He didn't get angry, but he just didn't react enough for me.
Okay. What was what was the dialogue? How did he say? Well, how did he come back at you?
Okay, so I told him it was my best friend. Like one of my friends told me that, you know, and all he said was, babe, you know, I never heard any crazy shit like that. And that was it. And we never talked about it again. He just went on to something else.
Okay.
So,
so you left it alone right there.
I did.
Okay.
Because it's like uncomfortable.
How many people have told you that? How many people said something like that?
About 3 different people.
Okay. And do those 3 people know each other?
No.
Okay. Are they saying that they saw him with somebody? What are they saying? Like it's his mannerisms? They heard that he slept with another guy? What are they saying?
Rumors, and one of them actually knows somebody, is claiming she knows somebody that he was involved with.
Okay.
But the person's no longer here, so we can't ask.
Oh, okay, okay. Like no, like death or like they live.
Yeah, death. Yeah.
Okay, Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
yeah.
I feel that there should be another conversation because if this is something that you are not willing to just brush past, do you really like him? First of all, you really like him? You see yourself with him?
I do, and I'm kind of like, because he's kind of like popular a little bit, you know. So I know sometimes you have haters or whatever. So I'm just like, and I'm very careful when I take advice from other women or listen to other women because you never know.
Thank you. Yeah, you never know. You never know on both ends, though. I do understand, like, if it's more than one person telling you this and they don't know each other and it's 3 different stories circulating, then it may be some truth to it. Still not saying that he is gay. He may be bisexual. He may have tried
Baby, once you sleep with a man, you are gay.
You said it, not me. Good. I just want you to have another conversation with him, and I want you to tell him, hey, there has been talks, like there has these like full on discussions, like somebody saying that they saw you with the person. Now, I'm not accusing you, but this is something that I think about because I see myself with you. We have to move forward, but I have this stuff in the back of my mind. I really need to know, is this something that you were once curious about, involved in? Just tell the truth, because do you love him?
I do.
You can say it, I love you, and I just want to make sure the person that I'm falling in love with, the person that I want to be with, is upfront with me so I don't find anything out later. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about being open. You didn't dive into it as much as you should have the first time. I don't believe in that if he gets angry, then he did it. Because I used to be mad when people accuse me of things that I didn't do. I would get angry. That don't mean I did it. That means, why are you coming at me like that? You should know me. You should know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that people say that you're automatically guilty if you get angry. So I think that you should dive into that conversation a lot more. Because it has to be some type of truth to it, I don't care if he just winked his eye at another nigga. It's something going on, or that went on. So you got to find that out and be upfront and honest. This is it's like an obligation. You have to know
about that. Like, if he's on the DL, that's the whole point of the DL. Like, how do you And if I still feel like he's lying, do I stay?
No, baby, you don't. If you still feel like he's lying, then no. Because if you still feel like he's lying, you don't trust him. So then why would you stay? And then what else is he gonna lie about? You understand? Like, if you feel it in your mind, if you feel it, we got that intuition. If you feel it, then it's some truth to it. Now, all the time we ain't right, but this seems like something that you might be a little right about. So, and unless you're open to dating a bisexual man, I think.
No, I'm absolutely not.
Well, I think that you got your answer right there. Had that last conversation. If it's nothing that comes to, you gotta go.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you, Jess.
No problem, boo.
Damn. How do you find out if your man is really on the down low if he don't tell you?
Unless
you catch him red-handed.
You'd have to catch him or go
through his phone. You do have a right to know.
You have a right to know. You absolutely have a right to know. And the man should tell him. Don't do that for that young lady.
And if that came from 3 different people who don't know each other and it's 3 different stories, chances are he was dipping and dabbing in the butt.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Just fix my mess. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
X about me.
Relationship problems?
X about me.
You need to beat your coworker's ass.
X about me.
Your coworker need to beat your ass? Call it up. It's Dr. Jess, and I'm here to fix your mess. It's getting very much messy. Let me fix it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here. We're talking about Jess Fix My Mess. All right, we have somebody on line 5. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
What's your question for Jess, mama?
My question for Jess is, I have been dealing with this guy for almost 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated him exclusively, and just last Tuesday, I went to the clinic like I usually do, and I got the news that I tested positive for HIV.
You are positive?
And I am positive.
Okay, go on.
I wanted to confront him, so I came to his job to meet him at work.
Mm-hmm.
When I get there, I see him hugged up with one of his coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of confronting him right then, I waited. I finally got to him. I showed him the paperwork, asked him what was going on, and he still denies it. And I feel so vengeful. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't quit my job. I'm like, because I was honest, and
yeah.
I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way though.
Are you crying right now?
I'm not crying right now. I'm angry right now.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Well, the first thing is you have to see what you have to do to take care of yourself, but you also have to get therapy too, because that's horrible. That's horrible. But the vengeance that I feel that you're feeling that right now. Don't go do nothing, Sam, because then you're gonna end up in jail. I know that's angry. It makes you angry. It angers you to feel like, because you feel like he took your life from you. You understand? Like, yeah, I know that.
But no remorse. Kind of like just like, oh well.
Yeah.
You won't even.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So he denied it. He didn't say anything. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna go get checked," or what did he say?
I told him that you need to go get checked, because I was telling him like, hey, we gonna test it. I wanted to see his results. He said he made an appointment. He gonna get around to it, and that's the last thing that I heard from him.
And how long has it been since that conversation?
I ended up seeing him. I showed him paperwork. We was at the hospital. I said, go in the hospital and get your test. He's like, oh, well, I'll make an appointment. So I feel like he already knew.
He knows what's up, and there has to be some type of legal action that you take for that. Like, yo, isn't that against
the law? Like, can I sue you?
That is very much against the law.
Like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if they knew their status.
Yeah,
if he knew his status.
Yeah.
If he knew his status and didn't tell you, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Because let's just see it for what it is. He don't want to. You don't want to leave with that information. You don't want for nobody to know that. So it's probably not only you that he's infected and that he's constantly giving it to people. You just said you pulled up to the job and he was hugged up with somebody else.
Yeah,
you are not.
That was shocking to me.
Absolutely,
you know, like, girl.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
I'm shaking with anger.
Yeah,
I don't know what to
it
do.
Depends what state she in.
But I do.
Where are you? What state are you in?
I live in Michigan.
You live in Michigan.
You work for a traffic control place in Saginaw.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't mind it because I want other people to know because I feel
Absolutely.
like it's wrong.
Absolutely, because you are 9 times out of 10 not the first and then not the last either. So I do believe that you need to go to the police station and you need to start a report. You need to take them to court. All of that. That is definitely something that you take legal action for because that is your life and he had sex with you unprotected knowing.
So take the condom off and like that. Like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, my mistake. Like, nigga, you knew.
No, get yourself a lawyer.
Jess is right. They have partner notification laws in Michigan, and in Michigan you are required to tell your sexual partner that you have HIV before having vaginal or anal sex with them, unless you are medically suppressed and have no intent to spread the virus.
Yeah, and he didn't seem like he was hype about it. He seemed very calm. Oh, I'll make an appointment.
Like, my life is falling apart, and you gonna make an appointment? What?
Yeah. I'm sorry, baby, but definitely get your therapy as well because you're definitely not in your right mind right now, rightfully so. You know, it's still like shock value. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you definitely have to take
care. I feel
care.
like I need to be locked up somewhere, man, because I don't want to make an emotional decision.
Yeah, don't do that. But emotional or not, you need to go to that court for sure because he needs to be behind bars for that.
And go learn about HIV treatment too. Go learn about HIV treatment, Queen.
Yeah, they got a place called Hearth Home out here that you go and get counseling. They check your viral load and all that type of shit. Shit new to me, man. I'm just dealing with it.
I'm sorry you're going through that.
So am I, baby.
Thank you for calling.
Well, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all time.
No problem.
This was a fantastic Just Fix My Mess. Both those calls went together. This is why you can't be lying to this is why we can't be lying to each other. This is why we can't be hiding things from each other. Stop taking away people's power of choice. I don't care if you're sleeping around with men, sleeping around with women. Mm-hmm. Tell the person that you're dealing with. Let them know you got other partners, man.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And there's all types of medicines right now to suppress HIV and to make sure that people can live a long, lasting life. So, like you said, definitely do your homework. Thank you, Jess.
No problem.
And listen, make sure you subscribe to Jess Hilarious's podcast, Carefully Reckless Podcast. So many of y'all do. It's a top 5 podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. Nice. But she does Just Fix My Mess every week, so you can send her phone calls. And emails.
Okay, so you guys can send voice memos on Instagram to the Carefully Reckless Podcast page, not to Co-Parenting Therapy, not to Jess Hilarious Official. I don't check Jess Hilarious Official DMs. They are way too saturated. So Carefully Reckless Podcast. I just did a podcast today. I had another heavy story, man. So I thank y'all for being vulnerable enough to open up and expose yourselves, to me. And it puts me in a position where I can advise you on certain things. And if I can't help you, I definitely let people know I cannot help you. And y'all need to search people with professionals, therapists or whatever. But I definitely help where I can. And my heart goes out to all these people, man.
All right. When we come back, we got Jess with the mess. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, we are the Breakfast Club, and guess who's Bazak? Jess Hilarious is here, and let's get to Jess with the mess.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lying.
This is the Rumor Report.
I don't do that. Stop.
It's just for the mess. I know this is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
I know they know the difference.
Abbott Elementary star Janelle James facing backlash for inappropriate joke. For those who don't know who Janelle James is, she is a comedian, a stand-up comedian, and the fans are apparently disgusted by a joke that she made about her son's penis. We have the audio.
Out a lot about him. My youngest son got a now. I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a. They say you blink and you miss it. It's true. I didn't know he had a. I was sitting on the edge of my bed. He ran by from the bathroom to I guess he forgot his towel or whatever. And I was like, the was that? Like, it blew my mind. That's a what? What? That's a that need a job. Okay? Can't be walking around with all that and no income. That's disrespectful.
I think maybe what she was trying to say, is our kids grow up fast.
Simple as that.
You know, it is what it is.
Come on,
They
man.
grow up fast.
I thought that was pretty clear.
Simple as that.
Yeah. She did this joke in season 3 of Netflix comedy special, The Stand-Ups, which was released December 29th, 2021. Now, would I do a joke about my son's penis? No, I would not, but every style of comedy is not for every comedian. I felt like her setup, it probably made people think another way because we are in times now where, everything is a little different. So I thought she was going somewhere else different with it too, to be honest with you. I thought she was going, and that's only because today, the times we live in now. Yeah. I'm like, dang, you didn't know that your son had a penis. You birthed him, but I was thinking totally different until listening.
Yeah, Janella's hilarious.
Absolutely, she is.
And comedy is satire.
Because it's a good joke.
It's a good joke. Comedy is satire. Satire is about exaggeration. It's about absurdity. It's about hyperbole. That's just an exaggerated way to say, my son is grown now.
Yeah, they're calling her a pedophile online.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, people
I'm
on
with
social
you.
media.
When she first started the joke, I thought it was going somewhere else.
Yeah.
But then when she says it, like she said her son is grown. She didn't realize how grown her son was, and the fact that he's getting grown, he needs a job.
Mm-hmm. That is a penis with that need to have a job. Obviously,
it's a joke.
Obviously, he's sleeping with girls and all of that stuff, and he's under her roof. He ain't paying no bills. That means he ain't paying no bills, and he need to go get a job if he's serving community. I'm saying like that.
And listen,
if he's packing like that, he need to pay some bills.
And male comedians have definitely done jokes like that about their daughters, especially in regards to them developing.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell y'all any of them because y'all going to have to find them yourself if y'all want to cancel them.
Okay. Because I was about to be like, who?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Nah, because I ain't never had no male comedian say nothing about their daughter.
Do your own dirt.
But okay. Oprah admits to using medication to lose weight. During a recent interview with People, Oprah opened up about using medical assistance to maintain her weight. This came to a shock to many fans after Oprah had a discussion with Weight Watchers CEO Seema Sistani earlier this year and said weight loss drugs such as Ozempic and Mounjaro, if I'm saying that right, is an easy way out. For most of Oprah's career, her weight has been the topic of discussion. She told People it was public sport to make fun of me for 25 years. I have been blamed and shamed, and I blame and shamed myself. She said one of the most hurtful moments was when she appeared on the cover of a magazine along with the words dumpy, frumpy, and downright lumpy.
Damn.
Yeah. She said, I didn't feel angry. I felt sad. I felt hurt. I swallowed the shame. I accepted that it was my fault. That moment was part of the list. My fashion critic, Mr. Blackwell. So basically, Oprah is on her way to 70, and she gave us tips of, how she's maintaining her weight after her medication. She eats her last meal at 4:00. She drinks a gallon of water a day. And I have a predisposition that no amount of willpower is going to control. Obesity is a disease. It's not about willpower. It's about the brain.
Oprah looks great.
So she lost 40 pounds this year.
Well, she did use Ozempic.
She looks great.
Yeah, it doesn't say that she used Ozempic or Mounjaro. I just remember that she mentioned that it was a easy way out. But that's just the thing, like I talked about surgery. I talked about surgery, and then I was like, man, my chest is not growing at all. I look like Trey Songz in the chest area. So it's like, all right, let me go get some implants real quick. And you have your reservations about things. Don't do it. Then all your friends come up with new boobs, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to go get some of those.
But the thing with Oprah looks great. She lost 40 pounds. She does look great. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, if you are, and I'm not sure she's a part owner of Weight Watchers or she's an investor in Weight Watchers, but how do you have Weight Watchers and then you use Ozempic?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's where the fans are saying she's contradicting.
Oprah hasn't used Weight Watchers in forever. Remember, Weight Watchers moved on to Khaled. Terrible endorsement. Terrible person to have endorsing
No, they
Weight
didn't.
Watchers. Yes, they did. DJ Khaled was endorsing Weight Watchers for a second.
For a second.
You stupid.
Not long enough for it to kick in.
No.
You stupid.
And then just to wrap this up real quick, speaking of Oprah, it was recently reported that she did pass the daytime TV talk baton to Cherie Shepherd. I want to give my own congratulations to Cherie Shepherd about that.
Who is Cherie?
Cherie, whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Now, It was a lot of people mad at her for doing that. Oh, she should have gave it to Wendy. She could have given. Now, I do agree that Wendy deserves something. Do you know her contribution to the media and all that over time? But Oprah would never stamp something like that. That's not Oprah's brand.
That's not her
you know
style.
what I'm saying?
That's not her style of doing interviews and doing talk shows.
Everybody is so upset. Just give Cherie a chance. Cherie! Give Cherie a chance. You know, and y'all mad about that.
Wendy used to kick Oprah and Gail back in.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Oprah could have gave the baton to Jennifer Hudson. Then what?
Why don't y'all like Jennifer?
What's wrong with Jennifer
Hudson's
show? And that's it. That's Jess with the mess. And thank you so much, y'all.
She wanted you on there too.
Oh, Jennifer.
Yeah.
So she can ask me what? I don't know. Exactly. You seen the show? Please stop.
No, she got an EGOT though, don't she?
She got an EGOT. That's
Emmy,
the Emmy, the Grammy, the
Oscar.
Oscar, and the Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer Hudson. That means she need a talk show.
Serious question. Is Jennifer Hudson show bad? I haven't
seen it. I haven't watched it either.
I'm not going to say it's bad because she is a black woman. I do not want to say it's bad, but it's just not interesting in my opinion. I think it's so many other things that she could be doing. I think she needs a better team, like to spice her up a little bit. I think she's still Effie.
Now, I did see one clip from Jennifer Hudson's show, which I totally agreed with, and that's when Morris Chestnut was on there, and he said that he gets mistaken for me all the time.
All right, well,
I thought that was a great segment.
Don't me go with him. That is Jess with the mess.
I personally
People's
thought that
Choice
was a great
mixes up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
That was a great segment.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess Hilarious is here. She's back. Yes, and what you been up to, Jess? Took you long enough to get your ass back in.
I know. I've been filming a lot more. Like I said, since the writer's strike has been lifted, we have way more liberty to do projects, and it was a lot of things that I had to film before the writer's strike went into effect. So I'm just catching up on my films, y'all. Y'all will be seeing me on a lot of networks and even in theaters soon. And then I've been working on my other series as well, Co-Parenting, and then Reckless I have, and then my podcast and stuff like that. Been brainstorming real hard about this book that I'm about to be, writing and stuff. And I also have shows coming up New Year's.
Okay.
So Chicago, Every Crown Theater.
Shout-town.
Me, D-Ray, Michael Blackson, and Nate Jackson will be at the Every Crown Theater December 30th and December 31st. Bring in your new year with Jess in Chicago. Get your tickets, y'all.
You already got your Chicago hat.
I know, right?
That hat right there is gonna do you good in Chicago.
It is doing me good in New York. It's cold, y'all. I don't understand why y'all don't see how cold it is in New York. I'm not used to this.
It's cold, but you're from Baltimore.
No, it don't get warm in Baltimore. It do not be brick like this. It is very, very, yeah. We still got 69-degree days, like 70-degree days. Like seriously, I don't know how weird that is, but yeah. Oh yeah, and in Baltimore City, I will be there January 5th. 6th and 7th. Your very own is coming back. Baltimore Comedy Factory. Get your tickets, JessHilariousOfficial.com. We got 5 shows that weekend.
All
Make sure
right.
y'all get them tickets.
When we come back, we got the positive notice, the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. All right, it's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, and the positive note is simple, man. It comes from Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. You know I love Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. Rest in peace to him. The more you see yourself as what you'd like to become and act as if what you want is already there, the more you'll activate those dormant forces that will collaborate to transform your dream into your reality. Enjoy your day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?